Hello everyone, welcome to WhiskyWars, and today we're visiting the Isle of Arran for their peated line, which is Machrie Moor. This is a peated island malt from Scotland, and we've got their non-age statement line, which is the standard bottling at 46%, and their Cask Strength bottle, which is bottled at 56.2%. And for me, I've just really been getting into peated island malts lately, and the Machrie Moor give a very different experience to Talisker or Leipzig, which I think is how it's pronounced, in my opinion. So let's start off nosing the standard bottling at 46%. What really strikes me about these two whiskies is the first note I get. Now, if you haven't drank a lot of peated whiskies, the first thing I'm sure you're going to pick out is just how strong in peat this whiskey really is, and that happens to everyone. If you're more acclimatized to peated whiskies, then I don't actually think peat is what you're going to pick up here. The ppm on the Cask Strength is 20 parts per million, and it doesn't taste very peaty or smell peaty, but there is something there. The first note that I get personally is icing sugar, really strong in that sort of sweetness, which I don't think is a really common sweetness in whiskies. Normally you'd get maybe orchard fruits, lemon, maybe some exotic fruits, and sherry notes. Icing sugar as that sweetness is a bit unusual, and I really like it. Secondly, I would say there's a really strong minerality to this on the nose. Very coastal. You can smell almost the salt on the rocks with a lot of icing sugar. Very pleasant nose. That little bit of peat is there, but it's almost giving it a bit of a tobacco note, and a charcoal quality. Not a roaring fire, but maybe a fire that's been put out and it's 3 or 4 days later, just where you're just smelling the burnt wood. Yeah, almost like a little bit of burnt hay. But there is on this 46% bottle, there is a lemon zest that comes through and gives it a little bit of a punch onto the Cask Strength. Similar in terms of the icing sugar and the minerality component on the nose, but different in the sense that the lemon isn't as strong, it's a lot more subdued, and I think that burnt hay note is turned up a little bit more. So it certainly smells a little bit drier, a little bit more earthy, and less lively and fresh, which I think I prefer. I really like the Cask Strength on the nose, but it doesn't jump out with flavour, but I don't mind that. Onto the taste. A little bit different on the taste. With that lemon and icing sugar, I'm also getting a little bit of I think it's a pineapple note, and it's really, really nice. The one downside to this whiskey, in my opinion, is maybe it's its age, but it's not very full-bodied and doesn't pack a lot of flavour. The experience is quite short, and that's the one drawback to this whiskey. They do a 10-year. Perhaps I should have bought the 10-year. Again, a similar experience on the Cask Strength with their differences on the taste as well. I'm not getting that pineapple, that lemon punch. It's a bit drier, a bit more earthy, a little bit more burnt hay, a little bit more I don't know how I would describe it. I really, really enjoy this Cask Strength Machrie Moor, and I'm not the biggest Cask Strength fan. It doesn't taste like 56% strength whiskey. I think it's my sort of whiskey. It's a little bit subdued, but there's nice flavour there, even though it's not brimming with it. It's definitely, in my opinion, a sit back and relax whiskey. I would also call it a moody whiskey as well, reserved and moody. The lemon is there, just not as strong. And certainly no, I'm not, in the Cask Strength I don't get the hint of exotic fruit like maybe a pineapple that I get in the 46% bottle. What I'm finding really interesting tasting these side by side as I'm doing this review is how much more I'm enjoying this bottle. I actually bought both these bottles. I bought this one this year and the Cask Strength last year, and when I was drinking the Cask Strength I really enjoyed the experience, and I would constantly go and grab the bottle. So I was expecting a lot from this one, but when I had this one I actually wasn't really enjoying my drinking sessions, which is a huge red flag for me. However, tasting them side by side, I'm starting to like it a lot more. So I think I should mention that. And let's go to the price, because I actually didn't pay that much difference for the Cask Strength, which is rather odd considering it's 10% higher in proof. I think I paid around £40 for both of these bottles. I think I paid £5 or £6 more for the Cask Strength. So all in all, I like the bottling and I like the packaging and the branding, but I don't know why you would go for this bottle over the Cask Strength. I think maybe if you want that more lively whiskey, I would go for the 46% bottling. But for me, I really enjoyed this Cask Strength bottling, and for a few pounds more, I really don't see any downside in doing that. So for me, this review is rather easy. These are two lightly peated island malts. I think they're really interesting. I think I do prefer their nose to their taste, especially on this one. But I would recommend both these whiskies, but I would say get the Cask Strength. I think maybe stay clear of the 46% bottling. So today, the winner is the Machrie Moor CASK Strength. And quickly, just before you turn off, if you like the video, please like the video and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And sharing the video with a friend is always really, really appreciated. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you for the next Whiskey War.